Deputy President, Comrade Floyd Shibambo, our Secretary General, Comrade Marshal Dlamini, the DSG, Popi Mailula, our National Chairperson, Veronica Mente, and Treasurer General, Umpile Mautwe, Relebwe, Central Command Team members and the War Council members, and we thank also the PCT of Gauteng, the RCTs of Tshwane, Joburg, Sedibeng, Western, and Ekurhuleni. We also want to thank all ground forces who came here today in their numbers. Comrades, today is not a day of a celebration. It's a day where we came to confirm the existence of each other. This meeting is a meeting of survivors. For because we saw a lot of our people dying in their numbers, and we survived and were here to confirm that indeed we survived, not because we've got a good government. We don't even know how we arrived here. Because this government abandoned us at a point when we needed them the most. When our people needed PPEs, they were not there. When our people needed food parcels, they were not there. Those food parcels that arrived in our townships and villages, they were not given to a lot of our people. When our people needed shelter, they brought soldiers on the streets. Soldiers occupied our streets because we don't have houses. In our shacks, they are too small for many of us. Because we've got no place to stay. Because Mashole under this government. We are survivors because because we don't have water. How can we wash our hands? And without washing hands, we survived. We are here today. But we saw many of our people dying on the way. Not because they were reckless, not because they were not complying, but because there was no water to wash hands. Water is not enough. There was no soap. There was no sanitizer. There was nothing. The little that we had, by Utswakamokamfo, by Yalebana Babona, by Yalebasadi Babona, Lebana Babona, Lidinyati Jabona, di Tishije Mevili, di Nonchiche Chelete, Utswiwa. What type of freedom is this one? A freedom without water. A freedom without houses, a freedom without toilets, a freedom without access to quality education, a freedom without clinics and hospitals, a freedom without proper roads, a freedom with the highest unemployment amongst young people, a freedom of poverty and hunger amongst the so-called liberated. What type of freedom is this? What did we fight for? What did Mandela go to prison for? What did Sibukwe die for? What did they kill Solomon Mahlangu for? What did they kill Krisani for? Why did they put Winnie Mandela in isolation for so many years? For what? Because we don't see what these people died for and they were imprisoned for. What type of freedom is this? What type of a revolution is this? Where people say the revolution has taken place, yet the oppressor lost nothing. They still own the land, they still own the economy, they still own the environment, they still control our movements. This freedom is not free. How can it be free without economic power? How can it be free when our people are dying? The sick continue to sleep without food. How bulela netieri bonanka mukana arena 27 years. When you tell this truth, barwa tell how bulela netie barkas votele EFF kar bana ba ona ba tella votela maka awe alena. Leave us with our truth, we will die with our truth, because truth is liberation. We are not going to lie because we want you to vote for us. Le re khopela re bolele maka, especially ba khekolo le ba khalabe ba mo South Africa. Ba tsama ba re bana ba rena rena le lena e ba fitla ka kwa balloting ba votela maka. Na sanga ka bona batho ba bagolo ba bolela maka. Le ba re le rata di pension le di food parcel tloelang o bolela maka, le be le tloelo re botsa re le rena re bolele maka. Re ka se a bolele maka nkampe re khwere se mmusho mare ya re tle re tsene mmushong ka o rapeletša boroko ka o budulala ye we re ka se khona. Let's die in the opposition benches with our truth. Let us not opt for political expediency because we want power at all costs. Neti ai bolelwe. Because batho ba rena ba bolawa ke tlala. Ge o ka tswa ka mo holong e re beng ka o yona ka mo mafure ka mo. Wa yo bona hore batho ba le bantsi jwang in those hostels. You see the conditions those people live in. You go and see the conditions of the people of Atteridgeville, of Soshanguve, of Mamelodi. Nothing has changed except giving us some street lights. Jauhwa hadi fedile globe wa isa change. Rohwela street light sa o se tuke. E ba nyaka utswa tšhelete ba tla ba dia tselanyana mola. Ha pula e senona e tsamaya le yona sekontiri sa ona se šala Ramaphosa morao le sona se a venda se tšea ke pula. Re sa telela ke makgowa 27 years into power. Ge o ya bankeng e controla ke makgowa. Ha o ya di mining o controla makgowa. He o re o dia planinyana ka o wa sokola o ya mo toropong o controla dikoloi wa di phakisha o ra di phake mo he makgowa sa o nyaki ba o kuba. You are not doing anything wrong. A una mebereko re a gwa ka tlala. We make a plan ya ro phakisha dikoloi he le khwa le ka no bona wa le shishimisha le a o kuba. They control the space. They control everything. 27 years into democracy. Bana ba bolaiwa ba khopela thuto ya mahala. Bana aba khopele dinyaupe. Rile mo ba sweng tsamayang skolong ba re theletša ba ya skolong he ba fita di gating ba re nyako tsena skolo a rena tšhelete ba bethwa ka raba bullet. mara lena le bakgekolo le bakgalabe lena bana ba lena ba kwa ba bolaiwa ba thuntšiwa lena le rwala ditšeiana lo voutela batho ba bolayang bana ba lena. The people who are selling us out today is our grandfathers and our grandmothers. They are the ones who are keeping these people in government. ANC, out of its own admission, they've admitted or youth e voted like EFF. Bona ba tlhokometse ke bagekolo ba ba rena ba. Bagekolo ba kolota metsi le mabone, they can't afford to pay ba timela. Ba nna ka mo ba sna metsi mara e ba ka ba election ke bona number 1. Ba votela batho ba timetse metsi le motlhagase. Na bagekolo ba eshu le ba khanabe bana ba lena ba le kwishi botlhoko na le ntse le bana ba tsene dikolo ba tsotsia digi, they are unemployed. Ha o tsamaya mola o tsere ko patla hao o yo vota ka mo gae ka mo o shile bana ba tlhano ba bereki o votela ona mogatlo wola o dileng gore bana ba ska bereka o ba togetse ka gae. Na bagekolo ba eshu le ba gala ba eshu matswalo a lena ile kae le fa magodu monyetla wa utswa meshomo ya bana ba lena. We must make sure gore ba ntša mmušo le lena ge le lwala, the same old people ge ba lwala ge gore o ba iša sepetlele sa mmušo ba gana ba re gape o ka ya kua a o boe ba re o ka ya mo a o boe e re moya o di o tswa ka mo ntong ka mo ke se ka yo o tswa ke o kgwela kwa le a tseba gore mmušo o a o so lefe le dipetlele tša dipetlele, the basic thing called hospitals, they didn't give them to you. Mara ha le yo vota you forget all of that. 27 years into power, there is no infrastructure, there is no sanitation, no toilets, the highest form of unemployment ever experienced in the history of this country. It's happening today. The black professionals, the so-called middle class, the so-called journalists, black journalists, who continue to write and protect this corrupt government, yet they know 27 years into democracy, their black excellence is not recognized where they work. Mamota ANC ya bakuba kwa SABC bajika modi office ncha EFF. They are always in the EFF offices. Yo, where's Julius? Where's Julius? The whole SABC, the ANC is firing them. But when it's nice, EFF is a problem. When it's bad, they all know the direction of the offices of the EFF. Go for example, SABC, the same thing with ENCA, the same thing with 702. All black journalists and all black professionals, when they get into trouble, they are looking for EFF number. Maraba yale mahuwa ole monat. Hey, this EFF is a problem, you know. Banchas huaga dinko basa atwabusi. Ke mokale khwale fitele morae ka mo morao ka mo. Are ko boja Julius. O lebet or o ba ngwala di Facebook le di Twitter a re bolela sle mamota o trabolong o a re nyaka. Let's tell you, black child, we are going to help you. Whether you talk bad about us or you talk good about us, we are for black people. We will help black people whether they love us or not. Because baba ngwe baba bona So we need them to be liberated so that we can help them. We are going to help all black people. There is an EFF in every black person. There was EFF in Nelson Mandela. As a limo staging, as a performer, as a anti-reality, himself, he used to complain about white dominance of the economy and the land. Agisho Ramaphosa unali EFF nagare. Ola ugarba muchechi mala le pelo gore baba ba mochela le madi a makgowa. Ba di opalla go mo fa ponzi ya ra be le gowa. Ba palla lo go lukisha nkwe ya hae o re be le nthananyana. I don't see any smallest EFF in Ramaphosa. I see everything white about Ramaphosa. Merekwae ki utusha makhuwa. Rina, we are more than 80% of the population in South Africa. Mara, we control 10% of the land. 90% of the land is controlled by white capital. We have nothing. Yet we are called upon to celebrate landlessness. When they say to you, let's go and celebrate Freedom Day, they mean you must celebrate not having a land. They mean you must celebrate being unemployed. They mean you must celebrate going to bed hungry. What is freedom without food? Na sangara votela robala le makhuwa rena. Arnya ku jola le makhuwa. Re vote je le fase. Go rekre le fase le re leme. Re be le dikgomo, re be le diamond le di gold. Re control economy ya naga ya rena. Kintwe re lwetse no to re rate ke makhuwa. We didn't fight to be liked by white people. We are not in a honeymoon with white people. We don't owe white people anything, including explanation on why we want the land. They owe us an apology and explanation as to why did they oppress us? Why did they kill our people? How can we speak like this in our own country, in our own land? Speak like beggars who don't know what they are here for. We didn't go to anyone's land. We didn't go to anyone's country. We are in our own country. We are asking for what rightfully belongs to us. And that is a crime. They say, no, there is freedom. What type of freedom is this without economic freedom? Obolla chelete. Luena wa tseba ka gae ge wena le lekgo ba decide di date le hore bo bolokela kae a o sena chelete a o tsenye molomo. Yalo narta bolela yo mo country ye re sena chelete. Apentwe tlo re fa matla o re bolele. Ke re ka tja le khumo la naga ya rena. Le a tseba le ka gae e ore o fa input nyana ya le khubare ema batho ba sa bolela wena man. Emanya a o tele metsi. Batho ba sa bolela ba ra hore ba le ba o tswa magwe. Ba buile le ditsukwana nyana. Wena o got o decide a date we na le bokae. That's what is happening in this country. Abantu ba bantsu ba re ba bolela ba re o le mang. O tantšha bokae. Bone ba bolela ba re as taxpayers we must be listened to as taxpayers. Wena o tapetela ifi tax. We na le. Yalo, that's how we are being treated. We have nothing. We have no land. we have no education, we've got no power at all. When you try to make an input, but who are you? Because without land, you are nothing. Kwa parlamente, re tsentšitše molao re molawana re le EFF or constitution e change so that we can amend section 25, re-expropriate our land without compensation. Mara today, the ANC is selling us out. Re nyaka o bolela mo, or if the ANC is not going to amend the constitution the way we want it as the EFF, we will not vote with them. We are not going to vote for Mickey Mouse amendment, for an artificial amendment. We want a radical amendment that puts the land in the hands of the state. The state must be a custodian of the land and give me and you and everybody else a hectare. Rotoma ouna ka hectare. Rebele mabita na re to fisha batho ba borena asisicho sa rena sana seu. We want to bury our people. Where is the land in Atteridgeville? There is a land beyond mountains there. Let's go and occupy it and use it for the benefit of our people. Comrades, the ANC has been infiltrated from long time ago. The ANC had sellouts inside. Some of them, they didn't have to have a number. Yabo spy. Marake kale we naledi spy kamo ANC. Luano ayetile mpili today. Liena ki mpimpi ya matomo. Ya ubereka le makuwa. Ya uyachelte ja makuwa. Urekishe jana ayarina today. Back into the hands of white people. That's why we don't trust them. And that's why we are not shocked that they are backing down on the amendment of section 25 to allow expropriation of land without compensation. Marabatsibe, we will not vote with them, but we will not stop fighting for the amendment of section 25 to allow expropriation of land without compensation. What is freedom without land? We want our land, and Akiri were requesting a land. We want it. It belongs to us. It belongs to our ancestors. They killed them for this land. And we will get it, comrades. Musho wa Ramaphosa uwishije Eskom abalise Zuma ufedile lena le tota le bolla ka Zuma ichaile re mo papatile o dija di khomo ani yalo kwa nkandla ufedile. Don't kick a man when he's down, especially if he's a black man. Once you drop him and then you leave him like that. Ichonko Zuma Eskom itamaile bati mama bone so that we can cook, and when we don't cook and we don't bath, babu yabare, hey, abe the only way to fix this Eskom is to sell it to a private sector because we are frustrated. Ritlori, yes. Who is the private sector? Is the white man. They want to sell Eskom to a white man. The Flamachini, the will. SAA, a will. Bakrele di lodi shile maburu. Bafita badi wisha. The Flamachini adi safofa. Kidi karika na rduwa kidi tongi. Kar Flamachini agreso anje fufi. Enje fasiki kariki. Chichile diabola di kiti magma oto. Why? Ramaphosa and Jamnandas have collapsed SAA so that they can come back to you and say, the only way we can get these flights or the fufe is to sell them to these white people. Because we want flights, glory, yes. They frustrate you out of your own frustration. They then say, here is the solution. SAA, iwi, dinel, ya ditunya. Really a producer mo South Africa, a fighting jet. Ya ulwa ba inyaka ma China le ma America, itwa mo South Africa, company e ba ibitsa hore ke dinel, re producer ditunya. Company we will. And also it will. It means more and more people are becoming unemployed. And unemployed might sound nice, but more and more people are going to die of poverty and hunger. Because a black person who is employed supports not less than 10 black people. How kuba mutomuti mommereko omuntu? You must know that you have destroyed more than 10 people through one person. So I can recall in Akwakiri, Dinele Ewele. Let's say a lot of black people are now swimming in poverty. Batamai, Bafitaba Wisha, South African Post Office. Ntola beretse ba deliver mangwalo, ba ratanja. Aisa deliver mangwalo, kia odisha medende. Post Office, aisa dia its original purpose. E busy ka medende. By wish it. Transnet, it was led by Gama. When Gama was in Transnet, they made a lot of money. Transnet was one of the best companies which could declare profit. Today, Transnet, iwi, pafedije gayon. Prasa, yeli namelandi treni chayona. Prasa, iwile, iwisha kimusho. Wowa today. Why? They want to sell all those companies to white people who are friends of our president. Our president is stealing our asset daylight under our watch. When we talk, they say, wear a mask. Arza konalu bulela or kya bola bar sanitize. But they must know that we will never stop talking. Even behind this mask, we will talk. Whether ba rico or ba riqui, rububula nagamo already maski, bata corona level tata, butata kingi. They are stealing our asset. Ramaphosa must stop stealing our asset. Jamnandas must stop stealing our asset. We must protect our assets. And the only way to protect our assets is by removing these people from power. We need to take them out, and the sooner we do that, the better. But let me tell you, we will never remove anyone from power if there are no structures of the EFF. We will never remove anyone from power if the youth of South Africa do not register. But most South Africa only more than 2.8 million young people between the ages of 14 and 19. But when you go to the IEC, the people who have registered between 14 and 19 give up 46,000. Which means young people, the voters of the EFF, are not registered to vote. Why? The EFF does not have branches. And if those branches are there, they don't know their job. So how do we get this right? Let's go and launch the branches of the EFF in the whole of Tshwane, in the whole of Johannesburg, in the whole of Ikuruleni, Western and City Bay. EFF must be everywhere. Every voting station must have EFF volunteers. Every street in South Africa must have EFF volunteers. Every factory in South Africa must have EFF volunteers. Every school, every university, even burial societies must have representatives of the EFF, SGPs, hospital boards, everywhere. Let's go there. Walk out, you are scared of them. Let's take them head on. Let's take them toe to toe. Let's go into each and every house and preach the gospel of the liberation of black people, a true, total emancipation of black people. Only the EFF can do that. If you are an EFF member and you are not registered to vote, you are a coward. Umpimpi. Utshwana le Ramaphosa. When you leave here, you must go and register tomorrow. Go to office in IEC. Why? Relwa le batho ba. And re tlo ba defeata ka vote. That is the only way re tla kgona go dia what we want to do freely without fearing anybody. We must launch all branches of EFF by the end of May. We must launch all regions of the EFF by the end of June. By the 1st of May, there is no longer launching of branches. It is day to day, door to door. Door to door becomes our bread and butter, because that is the only weapon we can use to defeat these people. And when we go to regional conferences, we don't want Bomabina Osolwa, but Bao Rata di Tulo, Bao Nyoko Bichwa di chairperson, lady secretary, Marabasa Vereki. Batama ba fria magarebe ka diposo tja rena tja EFF, motho a nyaka o introducewa le ko di funeraleng le di birthday tja bana ba re ke regional chairperson, gane e do ba useless chairperson who can't even give a speech, who can't even address a party of a 1-year-old. We want an inspiring chairperson. We want a radical chairperson. We want a chairperson that fights for our people, not for his family, not for his friends, but for the EFF and the black people. We don't want a weak chairperson. Or our merchant to Atteridgeville police station. Half a Jaubulela were not inspired. Atteridgeville police station Kadikoloi. Why? Because our chairperson is uninspiring. Oborekile budula stulo. Arega votu, arega branchi, a launcha di branchi jabo shiwu, baloi ba fufa bushiwu batama ba launcha di branch ja EFF utlo charea. Moloi gwena utlo charea. Anarka ukiria mo EFF. Ruta pela labat. Branch I launch wo motsiare. Letjatsi le tlhabile batho ba bona go be le ditlhatse go be le di membera le di supporters hana go vote I fitla o vote di member, but supporters must be there to witness democracy taking place in the branches of the EFF. Unokoba councillor, if you want to be a councillor, every ward a launch branch in good standing. I feature submit 500 names of people who will say we will vote for the EFF. So that the area of voter counter, we don't want to count from 0. We want to count from 500 going forward. Zero da ishiela bo mashaba mo di chance take aje barenge bo mashaba ke bona ba di 0. We must have a branch in good standing. We must have 500 names of registered voters who say we will vote for the EFF. They don't have to be members. You speak to them face to face, you take their ID, you take their cell phone number. We are going to call them to verify if you spoke to them. Kurukukuena okakra wile mabite ngwayo ngwala batho ba ukwa mo wa refa list. So comrades, we are going to elections. Kuruku announced the election ebushiu. Yarria the election in 27 October. After Rebabudi Chewori, Bulwechi Shibu Butlore Fecha, Rita Yuan the election in, we Rinale Bulwech. Let's postpone the elections by announce Abushiu, but 27 October, because Banana Reachaba, Arichabi, we care about you, we care about your health. But Harameja, Yellow today. Rekopani mo ritlerba bonchor na richabisim. We are not scared. Ramaphosa, you want elections? Bring them now. Even if you can bring them tomorrow, even if you can bring them tonight, we will defeat the ANC in Tshwane, we'll defeat the ANC in Joburg, we'll defeat the ANC in Ikuruleni, because we are not scared. When we become reasonable, they think we are cowards. These mafias, these schemers, when we negotiate politely and say, guys, our people are dying because of the pandemic, they think we are scared. But no, let's go. Why are they saying we must postpone? It means they are not ready. Obolalagama. Ever ready. Ask Ikuruleni people or Baba Budicheneng or Batlemu. They were told yesterday, they are here today. Ask Joburg people who Baba Budicheneng or Batlemu. They were told yesterday, they are here today. Ask Westland, ask City Bay. They were told yesterday, they are here today. Why? We are combat ready. When called upon to go and fight for the victories of our people, it doesn't matter it's night or day, whether it's raining or sun shining, any time we are there. This one thinks why they are not ready. Why are they saying let's postpone elections? When we say let's postpone elections, we want to see the behavior of this pandemic. Because elections is rallies. Elections is door to door. How can you do elections without door to door? How can you do elections without rallies? He said we must go to elections. There's no one who's going to tell us that we are many here. After we told them, then let's not go to elections. No one is going to tell us we are many here. These crooks, let me tell you what they want to do. They want to say, you must be 250, you must be 1,000. Then Bona, they use their resources to talk to their people, because DA people have got TVs, have got radios, have got cell phones, have got emails. They can send them SMSs anytime. But no door to door, no rally. Bona ba phone agam. Wena ria phone le patata lona unalo la 150. Mara asili charge. Ka bo mamang aba ona ba tswaletse o charge kwa. Akere wena una mothakasi. Jalo nna ro bolela le lena jwang without us meeting like this? How are we going to campaign because EFF supporters are the poorest of the poor. They don't have TV, they don't have cell phone, they don't have data, they don't have anything. The only way we can talk to each other is this way. Don't blame it on us, blame it on Ranko, Mr. Nose Ramaphosa. He's the one who declared elections and he thought we are not ready. We are ready. Abad, Arba Chavi, let them come. We are ready, and our ground forces, they've been missing the ground, they've been wanting to work, they are agitated, they are ready to take over their wards. And when we said to them, let's go, bar le rejela guy, now you must know, or our PR list, what councillors only. We are not doing PR list. We want candidates only. But banko PR ya EFF ke batla bemba luzije di wat jabona batlo tsena kwa PR ka re ke mang di nomoro tsa di beng godimo. The more numbers you get, the higher chance you get of going to council. We have been awarding laziness. Bo councilor bu fedile khalele re khanyecha le sabere ke mbere kwa EFF ai kupe hak aye usaluji le ka bu PR azana PR mo ke what okere bar ko na regional chairperson. You can't even win to be a ward candidate. Or leader Mammon. Or leader the whole region, but your branch can't trust you as a regional secretary to be a candidate of a ward. Okastene. Whether secretariat region or secretariat region, criteria is you must be a ward candidate. And about clothes and a saw. Kabu holo babona nomoro ya godimo wa paletsweng wa tsena a ile re ke monna ro nya ka mosadi wa nomoro wa godimo wa tsena ka re ya basadi yona wa rata o rata ra ba tsenje tukoloye. It will never be true freedom without women participation. Ba tsena basadi e wa mathomo ili Munna kanomore kholo, and then baba molatelang ele banna rotia mosadi ola kwa fase ra motsentsha ra bua ra latela munna ola wa bobedi wa nomoro ya odimo a tsena ra yo topa mosadi ola wa fase ra motsentsha ka re nantwe ya basadi a re fafatle fela re a imina. There is no way in the EFF where there will be representatives and those representatives are not 50% or more with women. We mean it, and if it goes change and do we samoza meme ngwe mekhatho una le me ngoba re ke bo A B C D E F G Z ke mintsi megatho ka mo ga e ka mo basadi ba tsena ka canceling ya tshwane ba tsena ba tsamaya ka reverse ba apere di domestic clothes tsa bona ba tsena o ba bone di khadi tsa mo EFF ke motso mo yang wa to ka di khadi o ska tla re confused. So please go and work your what, and it's not enough to lose. You must lose with high numbers. So, in 2016, organization is very big. It has got a way of correcting its own mistakes. We are doing that now. Baba Fedile Mpilo ba re kwatetse ba re lebeletse TV mamota re ke correct. O ska felela EFF pelo wena berekela EFF whether in a matata or in a matata or mokhatlo, this is my organization. I will work for it, and everybody they will find a way of correcting it. Comrades, we must make sure that we win and win with high numbers. Tshwane re nyaka ka makata a namane. Na ebile ke a thuta ke tlo tsupela mo o fitela re tšea pleke. Re nyaka pleke a raloke. Low hanging fruit. Tshwane is available for you, EFF. Stop playing with opportunities. You are losing the simplest things. This municipality belongs to you. Let's go and take over this municipality and give it back to Abu Gogo. The youth must have a conversation with elderly people and make them aware. This loyalty to Nelson Mandela is costing their children big time. Aule Motswadi is no longer about you. It's about your children. So we have reached that point now. Comrades, there is no freedom in South Africa. There was just exchange of seats. Black people swapped seats with white people after elections. Nothing changed after that except color. Don't be misled. Nothing has changed. We are not saying apartheid is better. Apartheid is not better. But it becomes more painful when you are oppressed by people who should be understanding your condition. Wabona obetaki liburu, I pay ni that much. Mara obetaki wana mau, urban na maradima neban. Of all people, this guy. That's what makes it more painful. Kaufela jonagi di varam club. But the one of a white man is less painful because he doesn't know where you come from. He doesn't know your struggles. But those people who know our struggle, why are they beating us to those ones? Because they should be on our side. Watamayang ANC ekaluka ANC kasaluka ngwaneshu. Iya kwa iya libiteng. Ena loro wena wa ishala mrao o tsena le ona mo libiteng. Wena unyoko ba mosemelo wa ANC wena. Rena, we are liberated. Skepe siya nwelela. Wena wa ebona Titanic is sinking, we shall unyoko tsena anakua. So please, the day we accept we don't have true freedom, that's the day we are going to wake up and start fighting. We must fight. And that day of fighting, it's here. Vaccine gayon. Bar vaccine yeta. He vaccine fita. Ape by test bar no iberega 22%. Haneba dischetle zerini barge vaccine. Batama batabela batuka gripe water barge vaccine. Ke mukabari expirile. Hey expirile. Here sari expirile bar change expiry date. Uka change expiry date. Utoba bona makhodu rabereka yuang. Bar ready or refali an expired vaccine. Bar just change the expiry date. Jane Jabona, Diatla mo South Africa, bar di cosa di blood clot. Bar di stopi. Kilwe chama America, ba ya lebo. The Pfizer cheba di nyaka ngor di mo South Africa, they require a different type of storage. And Pfizer basanchi ba utlabele gabedi, ba utlabele no way after some weeks, ba utlabele gape. Maragona le vaccine from Russia. ba re ke Sputnik. Sputnik e bereka 99% safe. Abainyaki. Why? Because baja le ma America. Sputnik is prepared to give us 8 million. Ya chona di vaccine checha bona di tlemo bar tlhabele chona re save maphelo 8 million abainyaki because ba jetši molatu mpe ba tšo ja tšhelete ma America ona le khalabelela la o khuma too much mo ba re ke mang the old man, the white man who came to play tennis, Bill Gates. Kenar chere mukhalabou. Retwerk Bill Gates because Ramaphosa ujale Bill Gates, and Bill Gates has got interest now in some of these vaccines that are not working because they are working together. Because Ramaphosa ujele. But they are not interested in saving life. They are interested in money. Banyaga chelet. So, Rinyaka, Russian vaccine. Sputnik, Aitlemo, Batvar Tabelor, Ritushe di mask, Rinyaka Pila, Lerina. Karkakate Chikidilo Shiji. Refeng vaccine, di mask, Jeffasi, Ritomo Vereka, economy Arnaiture, Banabar Naba Greme Shoe. Whether vaccine, it was Russia or it was America, that should not be an issue. The issue should be, is this vaccine going to work? And if the answer is yes, I rethaben. Wakor relwaga jama khuwa ko. Ka rena re paletse ku dia tja rena mo. Ma China ereke le botse kwa China mo bolwetse bo bo thomileng. Abasa apara di mask baba thabetse ka moka na bona batho ba le bolwetse bo ba botseba ka gore bo thomile anako. Why research vaccine from China and come and give it to our people here? Ka Zimbabwe ba ya vaccine ya China till today asangara kwa ditori tja gore batho ba na le di blood clot. Rena re ya America the blood clot. Why is the Chinese vaccine working? This pandemic started in China. They studied it for a very long time. Now they are mastering it. Marakauri moto ujile cheltea Bill Gates bana recrea vaccine from China. Ritoto mai nyaga ka di khoka kar abarteleji. We want to warn Cyril Ramaphosa. We are going to take a very radical action. If vaccine from China and Russia are not allowed here, they must be allowed the same way they allow every vaccine from India, from America, from Europe. Let people have a choice. We want that vaccine and we want it now. Because we want to save life, we are not interested in their transactions and their business. We are interested in saving life. Baga now lefa vaccine because they've eaten the money. Makodwa basheje bagochi, they've taken money. So we want all of available vaccine to be provided to everyone who wants to be vaccinated. If usanyaka vaccinate you, unyaka unwale ngana uarabele, it's your choice. No one must be forced to be vaccinated. Comrades, arena musho ucherege mahuwa. Arien roja musho arena, serele uregische na ya arena. We bucherije mahwe kamo kadilo chela berdi achivile re di BEE re batho ba rena o ka re ba tsoa. All of us are now back to square one. If you have a black person who had a BEE in a company that works with ESCOM, they've been removed now. If you had a BEE, Liberega go SAA, but they've been removed now. Why? The whites no longer need BEE partners because they bought a president. Why do they need you? But regular president. They've got a protection from the president. So, Lebo Naba Naba, by the BEE, Arba kwele butlhuku because eba krea chelete ba ifa ANC ya ne ya bona hore ielwe le rena ka dikgetho yalo dilo maleba rafi yalo o tlo bona hore di apuka dilo maleba rafi. So comrades, ANC mo tshwane mo aina chelete, ANC mo tshwane mo e etile pele ke madegere Mashilu. So, ele kabala fenya ke ditlatla tje o ra re le west gore le na le wa mata bagerere le ka fenya ke mashilu shilu a ausana batho mo tshwane mo ANC mo tshwane e wele o shetse lena or le le tje mmusho. They are not united. Abakwane. Barintlo le rule aletswa le khoshi. Aguna khoshi e ka tswang ka mola ntlong ela le rule la ANC. Jalo le naka kwa gona le rule a le bone opportunity and grab it and take over power. Oskalela oba councilor. Leska bala fitala lo ale kgetha di candidate. Lo ela o tsia mmusho. O hire o tsene ka mo mmusho o create a permanent job go cancela ke 5 years. Let's take government and give you bana ba tshwane mebereko ya tshwane. These jobs must come to you. Ikuruleni ela, it belongs to you. Mebereko ya ikuruleni ke ya lena jalo lena le dia mistake le lwela o ba di cancelara ntwela ke 5 years. Tsena ka mola ru tsenye monna o tsene permanently. O ska lwela bo cancelara lwela masipala. Hey fighter abe bernana ru tlo tsena wena or na whether ke a tsena a ke tsena a ke nya go tseba as long as we na le berete khibidu ka kwa ke nna le nna ke represented inside that council because I ke apara berete khibidu ka re ke nyaka mmereko ke apara berete khibidu because I want to liberate my people. If le antlompa ka stulo no problem mara nga se selwele. And if le na le tlolwa in my name, take my name out of that. Naki tswele pele ke berekela mokhatlo a ke nyaki stulo ke nyaka di poster rovia ning di poster a ke nyaki stulo ke nyaka door to door rodia ning door to door a ke nyaki stulo ke nyaka recruit more members to come to the EFF as long as ANC re ka intsha ke ta khwa ka pelo e shweu whether kinna or asinna, I don't care. I want the red flag to fly high. And the red flag will fly high in Ikuruleni this year. The red flag will fly high in Joburg this year. The red flag will fly high in Western this year. The red flag will fly high in Citibank this year. The red flag will fly high in Tshwane this year. The red flag in 2024 will fly high at the Union Building when we install the socialist government in South Africa that will look after our people. Amanda! Amanda! Viva EFF! Viva! Nyabasabana! Nyabasabana! Forward to victory, forward! Forward to victory, forward! Amanda! Long live the enduring spirit of Winnie Mandela, long live! Long live the fighting spirit of Winnie Mandela. Long live. Amandla. Oza 27 October. Oza. Oza 27 October. Oza. Thank you very much.